Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Louise Huber begins now.
2 drivers have had their licences suspended and vehicles impounded after being intercepted on the Midlands Highway, allegedly travelling at 158 kilometres an hour this morning. Police say it was a mother and daughter driving the 2 vehicles. In an unrelated incident, a 54-year-old's been charged with driving under the influence following a minor crash in Launceston's CBD. Police say the man blew an alcohol reading of 0.349, nearly 7 times over the legal limit. Just under 2,000 hectares of backburning started this morning in response to the active bushfire between the Tasman Highway and Friendly Beaches, which remains alight.
To use bulldozers in there or to get crews into that fire would take a long time. So this was if we can create this buffer zone, this will protect the peninsula.
Smoke warnings remain in place for residents in Swansea, Bicheno and Coles Bay. The Resenbrook Dam has played host to a complex search and rescue simulation. Tackling a looming deadline and tricky terrain, police, SES and walking groups joined forces to solve the case.
Scouring the skies, searching for answers to an all too common occurrence.
We're looking for a 65-year-old person that's gone missing. Our exercise is that the person suffers from dementia.
Emergency authorities and bushwalkers spent the day simulating a fake search and rescue scenario in Risdon, searching extensively through bushland looking for clues.
Critical that we find the person quickly, and that's why we've got such a large response for the operation today.
Bushwalking groups are often some of the first to join the search and the race against time.
We can just assist by being extra feet on the ground, extra eyes in the bush. Also, we're really familiar with looking for things that are not naturally occurring.
Philip, a dummy, was located just before 3 p.m, but it wasn't without any hiccups. Rescuers struck by a planned communication failure, an ATV rollover and the need for a stretcher to carry him out. These skills may have to be used soon. Police are expecting the warmer months to see more people out exploring our rugged terrain, particularly tourists.
A lot of our search and rescue jobs are just people that underestimate the conditions they're going into or overestimate their own abilities.
Ruby Cairns, 7 Tasmania News.
A Tasmanian advanced manufacturing pioneer has collected a national gong. Jeffrey Hawkins of Pivot Maritime was last night named Innovator of the Year at the Australian Defence Industry Awards. Pivot manufactures portable maritime simulators for defence, commercial, shipping and recreational boating. Meanwhile, Cressy's Lamb of Tasmania has been awarded the Tasmanian Exporter of the Year. Creative arts, technology, food and beverage and advanced manufacturing among some of the sectors celebrated at the Tasmanian Export Awards held last night. Noiseworks lead singer John Stevens will take to the stage as the Taste of Summer's headline act on New Year's Eve. Tickets to see him and several other stellar artists live are now on sale. A Taste Passport giving revellers access to the full 9 days of fun will be on sale for $30.
There's only one time of the year you can sit on this beautiful waterfront, and that's when the Taste is on. That brings locals, that brings a huge amount of people from interstate.
There's a controlled number of people onto the site, which adds to the amenity, the ability to actually walk around the site, visit as many stalls as possible.
General admission tickets will be 20% off for locals until October 3. Players from across the country united in Hobart today for children affected by congenital heart disease. The Red Cardiacs and Blue Valves took to St Virgil's for the annual Heart Kids charity football match, hoping to raise awareness and funds about the illness, which has no cure and claims around 4 lives every week.
Actually have got a goal of $5,000 and last night we actually beat that. So, we're here now just having fun, hoping to raise a bit more money and see how far we can get.
The Blues eventually took home the win, 93-82. A Tasmanian AFLW star has dropped by her old club, giving the next generation a class. Mia King making the welcome return ahead of tomorrow's clash at Utah Stadium.
back at her old stomping ground. Mia King stopped by East Launceston Junior Football Club, where her journey to glory first began.
She took the opportunity that was presented to her at the very beginning and all the way through her pathway.
From a young teenager debuting in the inaugural East Launceston Lions girls team to the club's first AFLW draftee.
And to know now what she's really achieved and what's still in front of her, it's an awesome opportunity for those young girls who aspire to be a Mia.
Parting wisdom to the AFLW stars of tomorrow, teaching the next generation all the tricks of the trade.
You look up to girls just like Mia when I was starting off, and it's kind of like a full circle moment.
Inspiring budding players going through the ranks in a similar fashion.
I love tackling and bumping, and I practice my kicking a lot. I reckon work on my kicking and call for the ball a bit more.
East Launceston says it's seeing more girls than ever before take up football.
The next few years are looking very promising, especially the last few years. We've had a lot of success around the club, and I guess it's just a really good vibe at the moment.
Mia will have an extra loud cheer squad when the Kangaroos face Brisbane at UTAS Stadium tomorrow, kicking for glory in front of a home crowd. Victoria Easto, 7 Tasmania News.
The Kingborough Tigers have well and truly earned their stripes, lifting the trophy at the Tasmanian State League Grand Final. It's the club's first premiership and secures redemption after last year's downfall.
Unleashing the celebrations as the final siren sounded. Players and Tigers faithful going wild over Kingborough's grand final win in the Tasmanian State League.
Pretty speechless. Got heaps of great supporters here, all my family and stuff. It's really good.
A monumentous and emotional victory for the club, commemorating its first TSL premiership since joining the competition in 2014.
We were the easy beats. We suffered massive defeats, and to finally get here to the big dance and take it out is massive.
North Hobart Oval served up perfect conditions for its first statewide decider since 1999. The Tigers were off to a roaring start, clinching the first goal of the day. North Launceston hit back up 12 points by the end of the first quarter, but the Tigers broke the game open in the second quarter, using last year's grand final loss as fuel for a ferocious comeback, up by 15 at the half.
We sort of clamped the game down and made it a bit more of a territory-based, stoppage-based game, which is what we love to play.
Holding firm in a furious third quarter and tight final term. Winners by 15 points. Kingborough securing the silverware as well as a target on its back as the team to beat next season. Brianna Boylan, 7 Tasmania News.
Devonport have gone back-to-back, winning the North West Football League at the grand final in Latrobe today. The Magpies broke the game open in the second quarter, kicking 6 goals to 3. Burnie fought on but weren't able to close the gap. Devonport winners by 41 points to claim their three-peat. A wonder goal has helped South Hobart become the NPL Tasmania champions. An Olympico goal scored directly from the corner gave South a 12th minute lead before Bradley Lakaseljak doubled it. Devonport unable to find a way to score. And in the Women's Super League final, Devonport pulled off a striking win against the Zebras 2-0. Lucy Foote securing the second and last goal of the match.
Last-ditch defending from the Zebras, but what a save from Pinkovitz. Now Lucy Foote, top of the box. Lucy Foote into the back of the nets.
Leaving Clarence unable to claim redemption. And that's all in sport for tonight. Now over to Kai Wicks for a look at the weather forecast.
Thanks, Lou. Good evening. Today, Hobart 17, Launceston 18, Devonport and Burnie both 16. 19 for Bushy Park, Friendly Beaches 18, 17 in Smithton, St Helens and Grove, King Island 16, 15 for Flinders Island, Low Head, Maria Island and Strawn, Lyweenie 13 degrees today. Mostly cloudy conditions across the southwest and far south today. Low-level cloud can be seen to the west, south and east of Tasmania and about coastal parts of New South Wales and Queensland. as a weak frontal band lies to the south of WA. Tomorrow, a high pressure system lies to the east of the state, extending a ridge to the east coast of Australia. North to northeasterly winds 10 to 20 knots, increasing up to 30 knots about the southwest. West to southwesterly swells nearing 2 metres in the west and south. A strong wind warning has been issued for damaging winds for the southwest coast tomorrow. Hobart tomorrow, Richmond and Ouse, all sunny conditions, partly cloudy in Launceston, Devonport and Deloraine. Partly cloudy in Burnie, mostly sunny in Strawn and also sunny skies in Currie St Helens partly cloudy, cloud clearing in Swansea and mostly sunny in Whitemark. Monday showers about the west and south extending statewide. Tuesday fine, apart from isolated showers about the north. Wednesday isolated showers about the north and west extending to remaining districts. Taking a look now at the mainland tomorrow, sunny in Melbourne and Adelaide, partly cloudy in Brisbane and in Sydney. And currently in Hobart, it's 11 degrees, mostly cloudy, mostly clear with 10 in Launceston and also clear in Devonport with 10 degrees. An exciting day in footy, Lou, with Brisbane dominating the Blues tonight.
They certainly did. Can't wait for next week. Thanks for that, Kaya. That's all your news for now. Thank you for joining us. We will be back at the normal time of 6 o'clock tomorrow for a full bulletin. See you then. Good night.